Hello, everyone. I'm the only kid, and I'll be reading your donations for the upcoming run. You're watching ESA Summer 21, and we are raising money for Save the Children. If you would like to donate, links can be found below the stream. Huge thanks go out to Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. Now, here to continue this totally legit RPG block, we have Kefka14 running Sneak King.
Hey, everybody. My name's Kefka14. Really glad to be here at ESA for the first time, and running Sneak King, no less. For those of you who don't know what this is, you are about to find out. Let's go ahead and get it going. Timing will start on my count in 3, 2, 1, go. We start off with a lovely 8-second loading screen. And I love how the display here doesn't really tell you what we're getting into. But yes, your eyes do not deceive you. We are running the Burger King game tonight, folks. So, this is a pretty interesting game as a speedrun. It involves a lot of memory, a lot of improvisation. In a lot of regards. Sometimes as a reaction to RNG, most of the time a reaction to just poor programming in a sense. However, you can circumnavigate a lot of those issues. As far as general mechanics go, more or less we need to sneak up on, hungry bystanders and give them food. And that's a little easier said than done, but it's definitely not hard to do. The big thing is they can hear us and they can see us. Now, one thing you'll notice me doing is I'll run up to an NPC, pretty much all the way to them, and then I'll start to sneak. And the reason I do this is because they can hear you if you run too close to them, and they'll turn. And if they see you, they're no longer hungry. And, I don't know, that's how real life works. If you see who's trying to feed you, you're no longer hungry anymore. Like that, for example. So the reason they spotted me is because I took off running immediately. Notice here, we sneak, then we can get away. Simple as that. This particular challenge is one of 3 challenges in this first level that have the same exact NPC cycle. And what I mean when I say that is the same exact NPCs will become hungry every single time, reliably in a row. That's why I didn't run past that guy. I was simply waiting for him to become hungry. Such a strange statement. Become hungry. I don't know.
Nah, man, didn't you know that, as soon as you can be seen, A, you're not hungry anymore, and B, being snuck up on makes you more hungry, so you actually eat it. That's how it works.
That's exactly how that works. So this challenge here, again, has the same exact NPC cycle, except for there's a bit of a change here. We have to do what's called a flourish. Now, the flourish gauge, essentially, as soon as you do a delivery, the gauge will go up and down, and if you press A immediately, you'll get what's called a regular surprise. If you press A in between those 2 little tick marks at the bottom there, you will get a Flourish 1, and it goes all the way up to 3, and so on. Typically, we'll be doing a Flourish level 1 because they have the shortest animation, but there are some situations where that's not going to apply. By the way, on co-commentary, I have Steve Zero. Say hello, Steve.
Hey, everybody. I'm Steve Zero. I don't actually run this game because this is kind of a more obscure game, honestly. I mean, anyone who was alive back in the early 2000s will know there's 3 Burger King games, and this is definitely the craziest, weirdest one of all of them, probably. But it's definitely awesome.
So the category we're running, 50%, is a category that was more or less invented. Oh, check out this nice view of the inside of the King. It's lovely. It was more or less invented for a marathon. The 3rd and 4th stages of the game are so volatile that the game often just crashes. So, as such, I wanted some way to display this game at a marathon and be able to give it some kind of estimate that wouldn't be egregiously overestimate or something like that. Regardless, most of the RNG in this game is circumnavigable. Ironically, we got good RNG in this challenge for the first time in years. I haven't seen good RNG in this challenge in a long time. Normally, I have to restart this challenge once or twice to get the NPC cycle I would like. I could know pretty much immediately which cycle I'm getting, or relatively which cycle I'm getting, by looking at the mini-map. If you look down there, you'll see that green dot on it. That indicates someone that's hungry. That dot can change colors because there are different levels of hunger, but that's not going to come into play quite yet.
Man, I just love the way the NPCs work in this game. It's amazing. It's glorious.
I don't know. You'll see some pretty interesting NPC stuff in the second stage. This stage is a little more bare bones. This is the only challenge in the run where we're going to be using a hiding spot. and more or less you get more points for a delivery from doing a delivery from a hiding spot. But it takes a long time to deliver from hiding spots because of the animation. However, this particular challenge only requires us to do one delivery from a hiding spot, so it doesn't take long at all. Okay, now the real circus begins. This challenge here requires us to get what is called a chain count of 5. And what that means is 5 consecutive deliveries without being seen. So optimally, we do 5 deliveries and we're done. But we could be spotted and have to start the chain count over. In that situation, I would usually just restart the challenge. So far, it's been pretty typical. We got the guy saw on the log, then we get the guy caught chopping the tree, and then we get this woman in the pink tank top down here. Pretty normal stuff. But the last 2 are always a mystery. And ideally, I want it to be the other guy sawing the log, like you see, and then this woman in the blue shirt right there. But more often than not, it is not the woman in the blue shirt. Doesn't look like it's going to be this time either. Which means it's more than likely going to be this guy on the left approaching us here. That's at least typical. And it wasn't, unfortunately. It was actually this far woman, the same NPC, copy and pasted actually, in the back. So, fun stuff. Horrible. Horrible challenge. Some of the worst RNG I've seen in a long time.
I will say the only saving grace for this game in terms of its like quality is that this is literally a free game handed out for Burger King meals in what, 2004?
Something like that, yeah. And you know, you're not wrong. And it is worth mentioning there are 2 other Burger King games. As Steve mentioned earlier, there was Big Bumpin'. It was like a bumper car sort of thing. And then there was Pocket Bike Racer, which was more or less a Mario Kart clone, but a kind of okay-ish one. So this challenge here, you get to see a Flourish level 3. It's one of the funniest animations in the game. Check this out. It'll get interrupted for a text box here for a second, and then we'll get to finish it out. Yeah. Oh, and we have to watch the whole thing.
Oh, that's glorious. That's glorious. Good job, King.
Oh, yeah. So we won't do as many of those for obvious reasons. The animation is very long, but since we only have to do one, it's not that bad. This next challenge is the first challenge where points really come into play, and I'm going to focus here, so Steve, if you wouldn't mind to take it away, that would be great.
Oh, of course. Yeah, so right now, Kev's going to try to get these, again, more points, all that kind of stuff. And like we were saying earlier, he's trying to basically surprise everyone with the flourishes and all that good stuff. So, let's see here. Whoop. As you know, when you surprise someone, you want to get right up on them, right in their face. Just right as close as you can. That's how you scare somebody.
Not only that, but you get more points the closer you are to them. Okay,
cool. So, yeah, you want to make sure, like, Splinter Cell, Metal Gear Solid, they're wrong. The way they do all of their sneak mechanic is completely wrong. Sneak King is totally the way we go. When you want to scare somebody, you get right in their face, right in it.
So that's the whole first stage. More or less, though, when it comes to points, you'll notice that the little burger icon over NPCs' heads when they're hungry changes from green all the way down to like a flashing red. You won't really see any flashing red in this run. The lower that counter is, the higher the score you get. So there's a few things that come into play when it comes to getting points, but the biggest thing is be as close as you can, do a high flourish, you'll get lots of points. Trying to sort of path out which flourishes I should do to maximize point amounts and such to do the least amount of deliveries in regards to a speed run kind of became a challenge when I was routing out this game. So the second level here implements a bit of a new mechanic in the game. If you notice, we now have a new thing on the bottom left down there in some of our challenges. I don't know if this one does or not. I don't recall. It does not. We have to restart this challenge. And the reason for it is I was hoping to get a particular RNG seed with these NPCs. There's a pretty interesting thing I can do with this NPC, though. Let's see if I can get it. I got 2 chances to get it, though. Okay, we didn't get it there. If you notice, the king started to go up a little bit. Come on, come on, come on. Nice, we got on top of him. So we are going to wait for a flashing red there. And we're going to do a flourish too. Look at that fisheye lens. Because the game's trying to show us deliver the sandwich to the NPC, but we're on the NPC.
It's just chef's kiss. Chef's
kiss,
it's
really. Art, dude. It's pure art. So we're going to do a couple rapid deliveries. The goal of this challenge is to get 20k points as fast as possible. And pretty much the quickest way about that is to get a chain count as quick as we can.
Kid, did we have any donations we can read off, by the way, while he's doing that?
Not a problem. Thanamir has donated $50, saying, I need chat to get hype. ESA rules, and you all make me happy, but the best part is the support for Save the Children. Great cause deserves a great chat spam of Franker Z.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I will say, at least they were very consistent in this game. Like in the first level, it's a morning level, so you're delivering things like croissant sandwiches.
Yeah, like, you're right about that.
You're delivering, coffees. It's very, it's at least it's themed right for a very for at least that's good to see. Just attention to detail.
One of my favorite things is this sprinkler back here is actually a 2D texture that's like pasted over everything else, so or like under everything else or something. It's really bizarre. So when you like walk over it or under it, or my point is when you go near it, it really messes with the game's graphics. So we're not going to be going near that. It can crash the game.
Oh, you don't want to crash Sneak King? Oh, darn.
Oh no, not right now at least.
Oh, you got to make sure if you have a second to show off the first person view.
Oh, I have a challenge later that we can do that in.
Oh yes.
Thank you for reminding me though.
Oh no one. I don't think anyone's ready for that.
So this challenge here has the same exact NPC cycle as the last challenge I did. Ooh, that was a nice little glitch forward there. Minus the fact that we have to do flourishes. And again, we're going to be doing flourish level 1s on challenges that simply require them, mostly for the sake that they have a short animation. But this cycle's pretty simple. You got the guy in the suit, the woman in the pink shirt, then you got the two ladies back here talking by the sprinkler, and then you have the lady coming out of the house. We've gotten pretty good RNG on this run. I had to have a couple restarts on a few challenges in this stage, but nothing too egregious.
It just, you gotta love the Burger King. His consistency. He's trying to feed everyone. I love it. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Loves him so much, we feeding him twice.
Exactly.
Come here, you. There we go. So this next challenge is the longest challenge in the run. I have to do 8 flourishes. It's not near as bad as it sounds. The funniest part about it, though, is right at the beginning, there's this woman ringing a doorbell. And she's going to be ringing the doorbell, but facing away from the door. It's always a hoot to see. Ding dong. It's lovely, dude.
I mean, it's just what you do sometimes, right?
Absolutely. You defy the laws of physics. So
then we are playing as a burger. So I was wondering, is Burger King the suit itself, or is it the person inside?
Well,
because it's kind of like the Kool-Aid Man argument. Is Kool-Aid Man the liquid or the glass shell around him? Is Burger King the man inside of it, or is he the costume?
I think it's more like a symbolic thing. I think like we are all the Burger King in some weird kind of way.
Oh, we were all the Burger King.
Yeah,
it's like okay, I can get behind that.
All right, so we actually got really good RNG on this challenge. The best I've seen in a while. Where as soon as we came around the corner, this guy working on this car here was hungry, and then this pantsuit lady right here. It's pretty interesting. Oh wow! And I've noticed on my mini map that this lady here is the next one. Really good RNG on this challenge, actually. Like, whoa! What the heck? Actually, hold on a minute, dude. This is insane. This is insane RNG. This is like really, really good.
Yeah, because the last time I saw you run this game, I think you had really bad RNG this part. So.
Oh yeah.
This is crazy to see.
Oh well, the good RNG ended. Oh wait, hold on. No, it didn't. There he is. Interesting. Yeah, the lowest time I've ever seen on the clock in that or the highest time, which is technically the lowest time in this situation. Is below a minute. I've never seen over a minute on that challenge. So that's pretty interesting.
Uh-oh.
So this next challenge here, we're going to show off the first-person mode, but we have to start by walking right immediately. You'll notice that blue vision cone that popped up right there immediately because the NPC starts by staring right at us. But here's what the first-person mode looks like. Got the lovely breathing.
Oh, it's
beautiful.
Glorious.
Ooh.
Look at.
So I made a bit of a mistake here, and I did a flourish level 1 on accident, but it's okay. We can still salvage this with the right
again, it's why Sneak King is truly a role-playing game, because you're playing the role of the king.
Oh, we lost our chain count. All right, so this challenge has derailed a little bit due to really weird NPC RNG kind of movement stuff. These NPCs in the middle of this stage start at a random point in their cycle, unlike the NPCs on the edge of this stage. Fun fact. So that being said, I had to improvise just a little to finish out the challenge. Didn't go near as good as I would have liked, but we still finished it without having to retry the entire thing, which is obviously the goal.
But I say we're getting pretty close. Not close to the end. We're getting
deep. We're getting deep into the run.
You're going pretty fast right now. You're moving and grooving.
Yeah, we're just moving. This challenge here is a really fast one. We just have to get 2,000 points with a single delivery. We'll do that with a Florist level 3. A Florist level 2 is a little quicker, but I figure you guys will like to see the animation. It's pretty silly looking.
It's pretty silly looking. Sneak King. That's the tagline for this. That's the tagline for this run.
It's pretty silly looking, yeah. So we're coming up on the last 3 challenges of the game. This one here is not too bad, but the last 2 are actually really difficult. At least in my opinion. Well, they're not really difficult, but comparatively, they are quite a bit more difficult than the other challenges in the game. So on this challenge here, we have to get 5,000 points, but with no flourishes. If we do a flourish, we fail the challenge. That's pretty simple, since just mashing A is the quicker thing to do anyway. Turnabout now? Nope, okay. About then. Cool. It's a little bit random as to when she decides she wants to turn around. Sometimes it's at like 1:45-ish on the clock. Sometimes it's at like 1:43-ish. It varies. Okay, cool. We got good RNG here as well. And this was the next guy, but we're going to wait for him to be really hungry so that we can go ahead and get our 5,000 points.
They just, when I think of just great sneaking mechanic masterpieces of games, like Metal Gear Solid 2, some of the Splinter Cell games, even Elder Scrolls having the mechanics Dishonored, I think Sneak King really should be in that category of just.
It is actually weirdly unique in a certain sense as far as like sneak mechanics go. So we might get some RNG here that makes me have to do some really weird stuff. We'll find out. Alright, we're fine. Sometimes this NPC can be facing in such a direction to where I can't complete this challenge the normal way. Another thing I forgot to mention, I was going to mention earlier, but I got derailed on something else. If you notice down in the bottom right corner, I now have something that says inventory, and it says 3. If I press A preemptively before I'm within range to deliver, I actually drop my inventory and fail the challenge.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we got to go slightly slower to go faster.
Hey, you love to see it.
Oh yeah, you love to see it.
I will say though, for all the faults this game does have, which there are enough, I really got to give the developer credit for making something that's basically supposed to be a free game. That's at least one of those. It sticks with you. You remember it. It's not forgettable.
That's true. One thing worth mentioning also is if you ever happen to get this game, you can play it on an original Xbox. Even though the case itself and the label says Xbox 360, I'm running it on original Xbox right now because it's actually faster. The load times are quite a bit faster on original Xbox for whatever reason. But we're on the final challenge, and we got horrible RNG. Great. This challenge, we have to do ascending flourishes. So a flourish 1, followed by a flourish 2, followed by a flourish 3. Hopefully we get it first try. That would be great, but we may not. We'll find out. We got good RNG at least. The next guy is this paintbrush guy. I'm going to step to the back side of him because look how he still paints, but he's like painting nothing. He's just like...
That's amazing. Oh, and then the paint spot's gone.
I actually failed the challenge for a really strange reason there. So we will have to redo that challenge, unfortunately. But that happens sometimes with that challenge. More or less, I pressed A on accident and dropped my inventory.
Oh, no.
So, totally my fault.
I was like, why'd you fail it? And you're like, oh, the inventory dropped. We were just joking about it. Oh, no.
Yeah, I was just joking about it. It was a speak of the devil moment, for sure.
Marathon luck, right? That's what it's all about.
Well, it definitely wasn't luck. It was my own mistake. But at the same time, it's one of those things I spoke it into existence. I hadn't mentioned it, and it wasn't happening,
Exactly. I just love his spot goes away. That's amazing.
Okay, lady or a guy in green shirt? Probably lady. It's usually lady. Yep. Let her turn around first. Alright, flourish level 3. Cool. So we're coming up on time here really soon. As soon as I dismiss the stage and exit the level, and that'll be time. And here we go, and time.
The usually quiet community of Larchmont was buzzing with excitement.
Awesome. This cutscene's hilarious, though.
The king himself appeared bearing a cornucopia of hearty, tasty Burger King. The crowning majesty and movements of the king's sudden arrival caught many in the community off guard. Some of the scene described the occasion as majestic, regal, and also uncanny, as it was hard to know how the king knew they were all hungry.
Letting the cutscene speak for itself. That's the reward, right? Special thanks to ESA for having me, and this is my ESA debut, like I said. I'm very happy to be here. Love to come back sometime and run more for you guys. Super great event. Keep donating. And I think Final Fantasy IV is next, if I'm not mistaken. Also, special thanks to Steve for coming in and commentating. Very appreciated.
Oh, thank you for having me, bud. That was definitely a glorious run to watch. And people, please try to pick it up if you can, because I know Kefka needs some. Oh,
yeah, I want some competition in this for sure.
All right. And before we head out, I'm going to go ahead and read this $5 donation from Flapjacks saying, instead of getting Burger King for breakfast tomorrow, I think I'm better off giving that money to charity and just having some toast. Aww. Thank you so much for that, Flapjacks. And round of applause for Kefka14 for that run. Up next, we're going to have Blue Harvey running Final Fantasy IV as ESA Summer 21 continues. Don't go anywhere.